Good afternoon. In this video, I would like to describe and then demonstrate the posterior hip stretch with a strap. This stretch does not target any muscles about the hip, rather it's thought to target the actual hip joint capsule, the leathery bag that immediately surrounds the bones that make up the hip. And the benefit of this exercise is that it improves the biomechanical motion at the hip during exercise and movements such as walking, running, bicycling, and swimming. In order to do the exercise, you would need some sort of strap, such as this cargo strap, that's nylon webbing. You don't want the strap to be stretchy at all. You want it to be non-stretchy. You want your tissue, your body tissue, to be doing the stretching and not the strap. You also need some sort of stable platform. It could be a chair. In this case, I have a bench, a weight bench. And the height should be approximately knee height or a little less, as I have here. You also ideally would have some sort of stable handhold for stability during the exercise. This is a fairly narrow strap, so in practice I would probably pad this up with some sort of washcloth if I needed to, or a small towel roll. But you could certainly get away with something like this, or even a little bit wider. And so you would just need to start out by anchoring the bottom, and you can either anchor with the actual furniture if that's possible, or simply use your other foot. If you use the foot, you want it to be slightly away from where the platform is, and then you want to carefully just put your other leg through and get the strap as close as possible to your hip joint. You want to start out with your knee position such that it's slightly more open than a 90-degree bend, because as we do this stretch or do the movement, we're going to go into 90 degrees and then slightly past it. The strap should be very tight to begin with, very firm, because the hip joint is a big joint and it can take some force to get a decent amount of stretch through it. And so to do the exercise, you simply keep your trunk upright. Don't make the mistake of leaning forward as you do this. Keep your torso vertical as you can while you move everything forward. And as you do that, you'll feel the strap tighten, you'll feel the hip. You won't necessarily perceive any movement at the hip, but you can rest assured that there is a stretch going on there if you have the strap sufficiently tight. The benefit of this stretch is through the movement, and so I would not do this as a sustained stretch. I would rather do this as an oscillation, very deliberately, starting out from a slack position and going forward with the trunk upright to a tightened position at the end, and then back again. And that would constitute one repetition. I would recommend doing this for approximately 30 repetitions on a side, and then switching sides, and then doing each set, doing a total of 2 or 3 sets on each side. And that is the posterior hip stretch with a strap.